Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live and Mississippi Success. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. I want to welcome our audience tuning in on the radio side here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all can be with us. Also, just tuning in, of course, to our online affiliates around the world, including iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. We're glad you all could be with us as well. I'm so excited to welcome back Miz Tiffany to our broadcast today. You guys know her as a recording artist. She's an actress. She's also an author and entrepreneur. I want to talk to her about the year that's been 2023 for her already, all the success she's been able to have, but also all the great projects she has going on right now. They're going to take her throughout the rest of this year. If you guys are not following Miss Tiffany online, we will let you guys know where to be able to find her and to stay connected with her. Miss Tiffany, always a pleasure. Glad to be able to speak with you again.
Absolutely a pleasure, Cyrus. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for allowing me back on the platform. I'm grateful to be here.
Yeah, the pleasure is definitely always mine. So I want to talk about this year and what a year you've been able to have, Miss Tiffany. I mean, it's been great keeping up with you on Facebook and Instagram, all the things that's been happening. I mentioned just some of the things, of course. Of course, you also do motivational speaking, but you've been able to really be able to use your platform to not only to inspire, but also to motivate people. Talk to us about the year that's been 2023 for you and what it's been like for you to see all of the success that's come your way.
Well, 2023 has the number 23, like Michael Jordan, has been that sort of a winning year for me. God has just been so good to me. It started out, Cyrus, with me receiving the 2023 Celebrity Artist of the Year Award at the Multiface France International Celebrity Awards in Paris. So I got a chance to, meet some awesome, great people there. I was the first rapper to perform on that platform, and so it was just a great time and experience. I got a chance to visit some landmarks and, do things that I've always wanted to do and imagine since I was a little girl just growing up here in Jackson, Mississippi. And then shortly after that, I received the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award from President Biden's administration and from him, just commemorating my volunteer work and community service that I've done over my lifetime and over the years. So that was really exciting. And it's just been so much more. I actually became the first female gospel rapper in the 45-year history of the Mississippi Gospel Music Awards to ever receive the award for Album of the Year. So that was huge and just really big. Received 2 Stellar Gospel Music Award nominations. I was the first female to ever receive nominations from the Stellars, and that made me a 3-time Stellar Award nominee this year. Just been going. There's so much that I could say. I received an endorsement deal from Belito Foods under Faith and Spice, which is a company that now myself and 6 other Christian rappers have this Kingdom hip-hop bundle, and I have my own signature spice, which is called Miz Tiffany's All-Purpose Southern Rub. I'm really excited about that and getting it out into stores and just, areas here in the state.
Yeah, and I was seeing that on Instagram, Miss Tiffany. So let's kind of go back a little bit because a lot of us, myself included, got to know you because of music. But what has it been like for you to show people that you are more than just another artist? You're more than just another female artist, that you are someone who does acting, that does write books, that are out there on stage, not just rapping but also motivating others. What has that been like for you to show different sides of yourself?
It's absolutely great. I do believe in stirring the gifts, and, some gifts will open the door to others. Sometimes they're lying dormant, and you knew you had it in you, and sometimes you may just be discovering it. So I'm all about self-discovery and expression and expansion, and so I always encourage people to, not just lock yourself into one dimension and, try to be as multidimensional as possible and create those multiple streams of income as well so that, you could, have just a mixed bag, I would say, of things that you are into and doing to contribute to your wealth, your health, your legacy, the generations to come, and just, continue to leave that landmark or that legacy there, I would say. And that's just why I do what I do. I have many talents. Writing is one of my gifts, and it seems that it has taken me into other areas, and I've written children's books and manifestation journals, and one door opens the other, and I just can say that it has been a multifaceted journey.
Right, right. So I want to stay with that for a second then, Miss Tiffany, and kind of talk to you about, you mentioned, of course, basically not putting yourself in a box. But we know we live in a world, unfortunately, that tries to box us in, right, to try to make us choose, what you're going to do, who you're going to be. What has it been like for you through your journey to be able to show people that if God has called you to do something, it doesn't matter what man says, just go and do what he has called you to do?
Absolutely. You have to be obedient, and follow the vision that you have for your life, and, use your passions and your talents and your gifts. I think about the parable of the talents where, you have one that had a gift or a talent, and he was given more because he would use them. And then you have another who buried them and did not use them. And I don't want to live life with any regret, Cyrus. This is my second lease on life. I tell people when I was a secular rapper, before I ever became a gospel rapper, I was in this, horrible car accident, and, I had a severe traumatic brain injury, spinal cord injury. I was in a coma, and God brought me out of that. So there's no way that I would leave any stone unturned, in this earth. As it comes to, the gifts that God has given me, I want to be able to express and, just be a vessel in whatever areas he's using me. So I just believe in not burying your gifts, and whatever they may be, you have to use them.
Exactly, and you're definitely doing that. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're glad to welcome back Miz Tiffany to our broadcast today. She's a recording artist. She's an actress. She's an author, motivational speaker, and entrepreneur. We're talking with her about the year that's been 2023 and all the great things that's been coming her way. Miz Tiffany, as I mentioned, music is the main way that so many of us have gotten to know you. You've had a lot of wins, as you shared just some of them here. Talk to us about that, because as you mentioned, in a lot of these things, you are the first. What is it that made you believe that it was possible? Because for a lot of people, if they've never seen it before, they don't think they can do it or it can't be done. What made you say that even if it hadn't been done, that, with God's help, you would be able to do it?
It's because God gave the exact thing that you just said. He gave me the revelation. I could see, that this was something that had never been done before, and God showed me some doors that he was going to open and platforms, and I saw myself on the stage. And I really just believe in the power of vision and writing things down and making them plain. And God will marry that with his word, and he will, manifest and make those things happen. And that's exactly what happened. I saw them before I saw them. I saw them spiritually. I had visions. There's power in that before I ever could really have it tangibly here in the earth. And now, that I've written those things down, I worked hard, and consistently over the years, and everything that God showed me during that time has come to pass, and I'm actually living in the prophecy now. And being the first, I remember when I was in elementary and, middle school, high school, even in college, and all of my professors or my teachers would always make me go up first, and I was the mold. Like, I was the, I would set the tone. I was the standard, and they would always say, let Tiffany go first, and, whoever comes up after her, which meant everybody in the classroom, whoever comes up after Tiffany, you either have to do it just like she does it, or you're going to have to do it better. And that put a lot of pressure on me and my classmates as well, because there was no doubt that I was going to do a great job. However, I always cringed at being the first because I was a little shy, honestly. And it's amazing that my gifts have me out here looking like an extrovert when I really am, just a quiet, reserved person. And, but my performance is a totally different person. I don't know. It's just crazy how that happens. You have one personality, but on stage you can be something different.
Exactly. So that leads us then to, the other point that I made then, Ms. Tiffany, and that is that you've been able to share a message through your work, but also share inspiration and motivation. What has that been like for you? It's one thing for people to be able to get a message from what you've been able to do and share, but what has it been like for them to, through your example, like you just were sharing there, being able to know, you know what? If God allowed, or gave Miss Tiffany the talent, the ability to do this, he will be able to bless my ability too. What has that been like for you to hear from others?
I'm glad that a part of the foundation of what I do is sharing an underlying message and encouraging people and just living by example. I think that even if I don't say anything, if people are just observing and watching online and seeing the work that I'm doing and the doors that are opening, you got to know that there has to be, like a secret to the sauce. And my secret is that I've just obeyed God, and the things that he has shown me. And so I just want to continue to be a great example. I try to keep great character, good character. No, I'm not perfect. Integrity is important. The way you treat people is important. Being honest is important. And, and just staying on top of business and making sure that you respond to people. And I will work with just about anybody who has, something positive that they're working on. And so I think that's why I have so much variety, too, as well as, as far as relationships and, the industry, is because I've been able to be versatile and not just, just this one thing or one lane, that I'm able to communicate with folks from different areas, different industries, and get into, just different situations and opportunities. And so I'm always encouraging people to use their gifts, their talents, no matter how old you are, or what, has happened in your life or in your past, or, what has affected you in a way that you feel like you can't move forward. You can move forward, and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you.
Yeah, such a great thing. Do you feel as though at the heart of everything, even though you've been given so many different gifts, Miz Tiffany, that music is that main thing for you, or at this point, is it hard to say for you what is the main thing?
I know that music has been the vehicle to get me to where God really wants me to go, and I've said that from the very beginning, about 10 years ago, is that God was using music to prepare me and to propel me to the place of where he was really taking me. I love music. I've been writing poetry since I was 7. I started writing my first music when I was 11, and I started recording when I was 18, so I've been doing it for, over 2 decades now, for a long time, and I won't say that I would ever give up music or that I would, not have any dealings or hands in the music industry. I believe that at some point, and I've already started taking courses on careers in music business, so that at some point I will transition into an executive position within, the music industry, and I'll be able to help some other artists. And so I think that's why I'm having the type of experience that I'm having. I think that's why, sometimes when I face certain challenges, it's because I'm learning, in every lesson there's a blessing, and you're able to help someone else so that they don't have to go through some of the things that you went through. So it hasn't been perfect, sometimes it gets lonely, and sometimes you need to isolate so that you can concentrate and focus on the things that really matter and that are really important, and that will help you ultimately, your family, your community, and for those to come, afterwards. And so, yeah, it's all good, though.
Yeah, you said something a couple of times in this conversation I want to end with, Ms. Tiffany, because I love the honesty there, and I try to do the same thing when I'm talking to people and let people know, regardless of what they see, every day is not going to be the best day, right? Every day is not going to be perfect. Things are not going to always be the way you would want it to be or the way it's expected to be. But there are a lot of people, as you know, though, who, when that happens, they give up, right, or they turn inward. What do you want the audience to know about, even if they do have a stumbling block, even if they do have a roadblock or something doesn't go right? Based on your experience, what would you say to our audience about the importance of not letting that stop you?
Please don't let it stop you. You can have a hiccup here or there, and you just have to know that the enemy's plan is to have you not doing your life purpose and completing your assignment. And so in order to negate that or to combat that, I would say, and be victorious along the journey and in the end, is to keep working and stay true to you and how you were created and the things that you have been called to do. And so I tell people all the time, I think one of the main ingredients to my recipe and why I have done so well is because no matter what happened, I did not stop and I kept going. Yes, I was very sad and broken when my grandmother passed away. Yes, I was very, very sad and broken when 3 more matriarchs in the family passed away, but I knew that I had an assignment to complete, and sometimes no one else can help you with that. Sometimes you have to do things alone, and you just have to realize that life is going to life, and life is going to be life. It's going to happen, and there's nothing you can do to control that, but you can, work on yourself, and you can continue to do the work that you have been called to in spite of whatever it may be and whoever it may be and wherever you may be, you still have to complete your assignment.
Such a great point and such a great lesson for all of us. Again, everyone, Miz Tiffany has been our guest. Great catching back up with you, Miz Tiffany. Again, I want to say to you personally, congratulations on another amazing year. Thank you for letting your light shine and letting other people know what's possible. How can our audience stay connected with you, Miz Tiffany, and kind of keep up with everything that's going on with you?
Thanks, Cyrus. You can connect with me on social media. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok here and there, YouTube. My tag is official Miz Tiffany. That's official MIZ Tiffany, TIFFANY. And, you can send messages. I have links that are in my bio. You can connect to my music, spikes, the books, biography, booking information, and all of that is just there for your availability and accessibility.
All right. Ms. Tiffany, again, keep up the great work. Glad to catch up and looking forward to our next conversation together.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
All right. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live and Mississippi Success here on WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, as well as through our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. Glad you all could be with us, too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let us go make today amazing. Take care.